The Mobile County Public Schools presents Homeroom.
Hi, and welcome to Homeroom, where we introduce you to the people who make Mobile County Public Schools the great school system that we are. I'm your host, Renee Phillips. Today we're learning about a really cool program called Project Search. And what that is it's a program that allows our students with special needs to go into local hospitals and local businesses and to have internships that prepare them to get jobs after graduation. And joining me here today is Lynn Moss, who works for Mobile County Public Schools and who's over the program, and also Diane Malone, who's with the Alabama Rehabilitation Services. So tell me first, hello.
Good morning.
Hi. So what is Project Search?
As you said, it's an awesome program. It's a transition program that we offer to high school students with special needs. They get a chance to participate their last year of high school and all the senior activities, so they've met all graduation requirements. And then we connect them through Project Search. It is an interviewing process. Once we do that, they have a board that they talk with, and we talk with them about their skills and their goals. We have kind of helped them focus on careers, what they want to do, things they may not have thought about for themselves too. And it's also good for parents, because parents feel like, oh, my baby may not be able to do that. Oh, my babies can't go to work. But this is a confidence building program.
So we get them in, we teach them the job skills and also the social skills, right, that they're going to need when they go out there and get a job.
Exactly, and we have agencies that work with us in transition, and that brings us to Alabama Department of Vocational Rehab as well.
Okay, so Diane, your goal is so that this is not just an internship that they get and don't do anything with it. Your goal is that they build this into a career, correct?
Exactly. Our main focus is employment. So we want to assist our interns in finding employment that's suitable for them out in the community. So we have the assistance of our instructors there and our job skills trainers. They do a great job in identifying their strengths, their challenges, and connecting them with the proper job that will be best suited for them.
And so I would imagine that a program like Project Search prepares them more than anything else, right? Because would it be hard to find a job maybe if you didn't have that confidence and those background skills that you're learning in Project Search?
Exactly. They're learning those soft skills activities. The best part about it, they are actually in the hospital and they are with a mentor. So they actually see what goes on day to day on the job. So they learn those skills and they can take what they learn into the hospital out in the community. And they just have that extra support, helping with the interviewing skills, what to expect once they get on the job, if any problems arise, how to handle that.
So Lynn, what types of jobs are they doing?
They're in all throughout the hospital. They have transporting positions. They're on nurses stations, helping with the nursing, their housekeeping, their cafeteria. So even Alzheimer's units, I thought that was interesting. Pro health, that was one of the areas too. So they're throughout the hospital. That's what I like about it. They're not limited, so they have an opportunity to see it all.
And they rotate through different jobs, right, to find out what they like?
Yes, they do.
And what their skill sets serve for?
That's true. And another positive thing about Project Search is national. It's a national program. It's not just Mobile County, so we're doing well here.
Okay, and it's a wonderful program because I've seen it where the students go out and get jobs. Our MCPSS TV crew went out to some of the job sites of Project Search to catch our students in action. Let's roll the video.
Tips today, where y'all have done some research on your laptops and found some. So let's go over some of the interviewing tips that you have found that will help you. Farrah, would you like to tell us one that you have found?
Research the industry and company.
Okay. Well, Project Search is actually an international program. It's not just a Mobile County program. It's all over the United States. There's 2 sites here in Mobile, and Providence Hospital is one of those. Mobile Infirmary is the other site. It is in the United Kingdom, and it is an employment training program for students with disabilities. Oh, definitely. You definitely want to show that you're excited, especially if you're on the job. You want to look like you're... Instead of being in the school setting, they're in a business setting. So here, we're in the classroom for the first 3 weeks, working on our social skills and job development skills. Then after the 3 weeks, they start their actual internships. There are 10-week internships on each site, and there's 3 of those. So the students are actually placed in the hospital in different departments, and they're assigned a mentor in the department, and then of course we go around and we monitor them also, and there's job coaches that are involved on site also.
There's a whole population of young people out there that want to work.
Unity on 3. 1, 2, 3, unity!
It just takes them longer to learn the job skills to work. And that's what this program is set up for, where they can come into a setting and they can get the proper training from the staff, the Project Search staff, and the mentors in the hospital setting to train them these skills that they normally wouldn't be able to get once they get employed. And it's a whole year process. And some of them, it takes them that long to get some of these skills, or those social skills that they need. They're learning the money skills, the independent skills they need. Now in the work environment, they're learning those different work skills that they'll need, the interaction with the social skills, and just the skill itself that they need to know for employment.
It's a lot of training. It's made it easier for me to get some skills so I can go out here and get a good job in the future. And I like how they're helping us out, like literally. I like how they're helping us. And I want to thank them very much for that.
When we were approached by the school system, there was never a hesitation. I don't know why they jumped right on this, but Mark Nix felt that it would be great for the facility, and it has been a wonderful thing for the whole organization. We thought we had a great culture here at Mobile Infirmary, but we didn't realize how much better it could be until our interns got here, and they've really turned it around. Everybody loves the interns, and I always say when I'm with one of my interns, it's like walking through the freezer section in the grocery store. As soon as you pass somebody, they light up. So it's just been an amazing thing for Mobile Infirmary and Infirmary Health.
Start here and loosen all of them. Just give them like one. Get your second hand up there.
We wanted to be a part of Project Search because we thought it was a great program. It would be a way for our students that would not ordinarily get a job to acquire the knowledge, skills, and ability needed to be successful in the job market. It would be a great way for us to further live out our mission, vision, and values in the community. Since Project Search has been at Providence Hospital, we've employed at least 1 student per year. And we have one employee now that's been with us since the onset of Project Search here at Providence Hospital. Our mentors are so excited that they're able to help students to be successful in the workforce. They're part of our family. They're part of our Providence family.
You get a tremendous support from the teachers and the educators within Project Search, and if you're having difficulty with a student, they come in, they help work with them, they help explain the process. They actually help us understand that student better so that we can communicate to them in a way that they understand, and then we work towards getting them on par with the rest of the associates. They work hard. They treat everybody great. They have great personalities. I mean, just like you're hiring anybody, you don't necessarily always hire for the skill set. You're hiring for attitude and work ethic. And you can teach the skill sets, but a lot of times you can't teach the attitude. And they all have great attitudes.
It's awesome. I love the project, and they helping me responsibilities and stuff like that, and I love it. It's awesome.
What I think of Project Search is it is a very good program. I am learning a lot, and it's helping me learn things that I never thought that I knew, learning like how to prepare for the workforce. It is the best.
Our main goal is to see these young people reach their dreams. They all want to contribute to society, just as we all do. And they want employment. They want to have their lives. They want their independence like everyone else. And it's just harder for them to get it. And that's what we're here for. We're here to help them achieve their dreams.
Wow, so as you can see from the video, this Project Search is a remarkable program because the students are learning the job skills and then they're putting them to use. We saw in the video students repairing a sterilization machine, students working in the cafeteria, they do patient transport, they're all over the place doing real world hospital jobs, right?
Absolutely.
So joining me now is Carol Statter with Mobile Infirmary and Nicholas Henderson, who's participating in Project Search. He's a student at Williamson. Well, Carol, can you tell me, Mobile Infirmary was the first local business to join us on this about 6 years ago. So what's it been like over the 6 years doing Project Search?
It has been amazing. We thought we had a really great culture, but when we brought these interns into the hospital, it made us an even better organization. Everyone's rallied around the interns, and they're always smiling. Nicholas has a great smile, as you'll see, but it's been great for the system, system-wide, actually.
And what do you notice from the time the students come in and they're with you for 10-week internships and they rotate through a couple of internships? What differences do you notice in the kids?
Oh my gosh, from the interview that we do, and they're all quiet and reserved and they're not making eye contact and all of those types of things you'd anticipate with meeting a new person. By the time they're in that first rotation, they've changed, they're making eye contact, they're introducing themselves, they're shaking hands, they're learning those skills that we all have to learn to work out in the world. So it's a huge difference, and it kind of scares the parents sometimes, I think, that they grow up so quickly.
They do. And so Nicholas, you're a student at Williamson, right?
Graduated.
You just graduated. Okay, good. So what are you doing in Project Search right now?
Well, I work in the O'Kell Cafe, lobby attendant, where I clean all the tables, wipe down the countertops, stock the coolers.
So do you like those jobs?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it like being in a hospital and working in such a big place?
Ooh, gosh, it's very intense once you first start getting into it, but once you get adjusted and you become developed with it, it's great. It's a great feeling.
And do you get to know the people who work at the hospital?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you think of Miss Carol and all the other people at Mobile Infirmary?
I really do enjoy working with them. You know, they help out a lot. They give good advice. They're not afraid to speak their minds.
What have they told you, huh?
Just, stay positive, motivated. Don't let negativity in your circle. Just keep pushing.
And Carol, is that the type of message that you want the students to learn?
Absolutely, because they're great interns, they're great people, and they have a lot of great qualities. Sometimes they're just a little timid to share those qualities, so that's what we're trying to help them with.
So Nicholas, were you shy when you came in?
No, I think I just kept it flowing.
So have you ever interviewed for a job or done any of that before this?
I have.
And
yes, ma'am.
what's it like to interview for a job?
It's a little nerve-wracking, but, I go with the flow and, keep it pushing.
Right. And so besides the actual skills of working in the cafeteria, what are some of the soft skills that you're teaching them?
It's really important. They learn time management. They learn that they have to self-advocate. We are doing a lot of mock interviews so they can practice those interview skills, because I don't know, like you, I don't like to interview myself, but the attendance, that they have to be there every day, that people depend on them. So everything you'd want in a great employee.
Okay. And so besides the cafeteria, have you done any of the other rotations yet?
No, ma'am.
Which one are you looking forward to the most?
Transporting.
Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
What does that entail?
Entails going to different rooms of the hospital, picking up different patients, taking them whether to be discharged or x-rays, maybe the cafeteria, things of that nature.
Okay, so you get to know the patients pretty well. And then what do you want to do when you're done with this program?
I would like to either work at Chick-fil-A or either Taco Bell.
Okay. So do you feel like this is preparing you to do that, some of the people skills?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Carol, do you think that this is a great program to prepare them?
Oh, it's the best program I have ever been involved with. As old as I am, I can tell you I've been in a lot of programs, but this one is phenomenal.
What makes it that?
It's the fact that there is such a transformation, and that these interns can go out and they can be self-sufficient. A lot of times they've been told what they can't do, and there's so much more that they can do.
And I love that because it's providing opportunities for some students and some confidence. So we have to break for a commercial right now, but when we come back, I'll introduce you to some more students and local employers who are working with our Project Search.
I have a lot of great memories from high school, some great experiences. Just being in the Shaw Band was a great experience. With the leadership in my schools, I always felt like they were very passionate about what they were doing. They cared about their calling to teach and to lead the schools. I always felt like they cared about me as a student and my classmates, and they wanted to see us do well and succeed. The relationships that were formed during those years are what impacted me the most, and I would just like to say thank you.
It is an exciting time of change in the world of education, where technology is being used to engage our learners. And here in the Mobile County Public Schools, we're embracing those changes and moving forward into this new era of learning. It's our vision to be the premier educational system where students engage in multiple pathways, leading to success in a global society. Education for the future. It starts with us.
When parents are involved in school, you get more of this and less of this.
To be inside of the advanced placement program means that you are a student whose primary goal is to go to college. And being in the advanced placement makes that so much more real for those students who are inside of it.
I feel that students shouldn't be scared to go into being an AP scholar because it's not how smart you are and it's not like your GPA, it's how much work you put into your classes and how much you are dedicated to your classes.
Hi, and welcome back to Homeroom. Today we're learning about a program called Project Search, where students with special needs are able to go out and work in hospitals and local businesses, and so that they learn the job skills and the social skills that it takes to get a real job in the real world. So right now I have Tanya White with Providence Hospital and Farrah Schneider, who just graduated from Baker High School, who's participating in Project Search. So tell me, what's it been like at Providence Hospital to do this?
It has been absolutely wonderful for us here at Providence Hospital to participate in Project Search. We look forward every year to working with our interns and helping them to acquire the knowledge, skills, and ability needed to be successful in the workplace.
Okay, and so Farrah, you're on your second rotation, right?
Yes.
What are you doing right now?
I'm doing cancer research where I'm looking up patients into the computer and seeing like their last contact from when was the last time they were at the hospital.
Okay, so did you ever think you'd be doing cancer research?
I never really thought.
And what's it like?
It's very interesting, and the people that I am with, they are very nice.
Okay, and this is your second rotation, right?
Yes.
What did you do before?
I was in the linen department, where I was stacking linen onto the carts and also taking them to the back or maybe taking some to different departments and opening up boxes of gowns and pads to put in on top of the cart.
So do you feel like that's helping the hospital run their day-to-day operations?
Yes.
And what's that like to contribute?
It's wonderful.
And so Tanya, when you hear that, that they're doing these jobs that are helping the hospital run, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel wonderful. It lets us know that between Project Search and Providence Hospital, we're giving them what they need to be successful.
And what's it like when they come in to you?
Whenever they come in, they're really shy, not knowing what to expect. So what we do initially is to introduce them to the hospital. We provide general orientation the way we would do any new associate, to give them the policies and procedures and sit down and have a conversation with them and try to get them to feel comfortable, introduce them to the departments once they start their rotations. Our associates are extremely glad to have them there. The mentors really form lasting relationships with our interns, and that's great for them. To see them blossom through the 10-week program is just phenomenal.
So Farrah, did you know that hospitals had so much going on inside them?
Not so much though. I kind of knew because once you see what the hospital is like what it is that they really do, there's a lot more to it than what you first thought or when you first knew.
So was the orientation pretty helpful?
Yes.
And then when you heard about the orientation in the different departments, which department sounded the most interesting to you?
Right now, cancer research.
Yeah. And then do you do another rotation?
Yes.
Where will you go next?
I have no idea.
So, and I think one of the neatest things about this program is that they go to the different departments, right? So what's that like watching them transition from one to the other?
It's great watching them transition. They learn a lot, they ask a lot of questions, and you can see the progression, you can see the advancement in their knowledge, skills, and abilities as they move through the program.
And then the soft skills too, correct? The being on time to work.
The being on time and being responsible for going to lunch and coming back on time. One big thing is refrain from cell phone usage. That's one of the things, one of the biggies that we help them to adopt to, and the instructors are great about that, helping them to understand what's expected once they get onto the floor to work. They're just like any other associate. So they have to adhere to the policies and procedures and understand, respect and responsibility. So those are things that we teach them during the orientation phase.
So would you say you've learned a lot of that?
Absolutely.
What have you learned?
I've learned that being in this program is really cool, is like really wonderful. You get to learn a lot and you get to like meet new people, and you may not even know if you're going to be friends with them or not.
And that's part of a real world thing too, is some people you may get along with better than other people. So is it you're learning how to navigate through that, right? And work with different
it's kind
people?
of challenging at first and you do get nervous, but then once you get to know them and like once you get to see like what they really are, like behind like the true colors, and like you get to see, some.
And then teamwork too. Are you learning a lot about teamwork?
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes. It really does. And so you were telling me earlier when you've graduated already from Baker, right?
Yes.
And this program will last for a little bit longer. What do you want to do when it's over?
I want to consider working at either Sephora or maybe like Ulta Beauty, because I'm really into makeup.
Okay. And do you feel like Project Search has prepared you for that?
Absolutely. Everyone is wonderful, and I am very grateful to be in this program, and I appreciate every single one that has been helping me through this awesome and wonderful journey.
Okay, and I know Providence, you're getting teared up a little bit. Tell me, what do you think about that?
That just warms my heart. To see the progression, to see where they were when they started and where they are now is just awesome. It's awesome. And we're so glad to be a part of this process.
And Providence has actually hired some of the interns,
yes,
correct?
we have. We've hired them in our patient transport departments and as well as in our food nutrition department.
And do you feel like through the program and through that, Providence is benefiting, right?
Greatly.
Okay.
Greatly.
Well, we have to break for a commercial. When we come back, we'll meet an intern who has a job at Providence Hospital through Project Search.
As Alabama's first and largest school system, the Mobile County Public Schools prides itself
on the high quality of education we provide our students.
We have been successful over the years in raising our graduation rates
and have been recognized nationally for closing achievement gaps.
We believe that our primary focus is to educate all students to become productive citizens.
This is our commitment to them and to you.
The Environmental Studies Center is a natural sciences education facility designed to provide unique learning experiences. In addition, wildlife rehabilitation plays a vital role each day at the center. Featuring more than 500 acres of rich woodlands, the center affords teachers, students, and the general public an opportunity to experience firsthand the natural environment. Environmental Studies Center. It starts with us in the Mobile County Public Schools.
Hi, and welcome back to Homeroom. Today we are meeting some of the students and the employers who participate in our Project Search. Project Search is a program that allows students with special needs to complete internships at hospitals and at local businesses, and then those internships can sometimes turn into a real job, which is what happened with William Walker here, right?
Yes.
So you did Project Search, and now what are you doing?
Patient transport.
He is in patient transport at Providence Hospital, and he works right there with Jan Stanton.
Correct.
So tell us, what is your involvement with Project Search?
Well, with Project Search, we have hired two, William and one of the other students that was a Project Search student. They have been working with us for, William, I think, maybe been with us for a year. The other one, maybe.
Yeah, well, yeah, a year. I would say
Maybe, maybe 2 years, but we transport for different areas of the hospital.
Okay.
And
so, William, what do you do in a typical day?
Transport, just discharge, transfer, you name it. We're transferring. Mainly transfers. Bring them down for X-ray.
Okay. And so you're pushing them in a wheelchair or on the bed down to where they need to go. Can you tell me about some of the patients that you've met?
I've met some that were good attitudes, positive ones. I met those that are not talkative and just one just angry attitudes.
But so what do you do when you meet them? Are you cheerful?
What, positive ones? Yeah. Ones are not. Just like, look, my look just says it all instead of just talking.
Yeah. And so, Jan, are most of the patients happy to see that there's an intern or a student working with them? And
yes, on Sunday we'll discharge a patient, and the family member called back on Tuesday to tell us what a good job Will did on Sunday discharging the patient. And that was really nice of the patient, and we always like to let them know when they do a good job. So he's been doing a good job.
So how does that make you feel when you know that someone called the hospital back to tell them that they appreciated your work?
Shocking, nervously.
Nervous? Why does it make you nervous? And
just make you nervous.
Well, I think it's great. And so through Project Search, do you feel like you've learned a lot?
Yeah, I learned how to talk up, how to relax. Don't just stress get to you. Okay, we'll throw you off, so yeah.
And so what is your goal through Project Search?
What's my goal?
Yeah. As an employer, what do you hope that the students learn?
I hope that the students learn the goals that Will and the other guy that they took on, that they learn to, they're always there on time for work, and even, during the lunch breaks and all, they're back on time.
So, William, did you ever imagine that you'd be working in a big hospital?
I have, but not in transport, though. I imagine X-ray, but transport, never slipped in there, came to my mind.
But you like it, right?
Yeah. First day, nervous, just looking at everybody, just to say anything, get used to it, relax.
And your coworkers through Project Search, the other students and graduates, do you think that they are gaining a lot through Project Search?
A few of them, yeah.
They are? Okay. Well, and as we've heard today, we have several local hospitals and local businesses that participate in Project Search. If you are a local business that would like to participate in the program, you can call our Special Services Division at 221-4219. And also, if you're a student who's interested in participating in the program, this December we'll receive recommendations from the schools. There'll be interviews in spring, and they'll start in the fall. Thank you so much for joining us today as we learned about Project Search. Join us next time on Homeroom.